Hey everyone! Welcome to another exciting episode of Family Moments, where we use really cool object lessons
that teach the truth about what matters most.
Exactly. And today, we're going to have some fun with this.
A brick? Oh, are we going to build a house?
No, we're not going to build a house.
Or maybe we're going to build a sidewalk.
Well, no, we're not going to build a sidewalk either.
Oh, maybe we're going to build a pizza oven.
No, we're not going to build a pizza oven.
Yeah, I'm starving.
Even if we were going to make a pizza oven, which we're not, we wouldn't get it done in time for you to cook and eat a pizza today anyhow.
Oh, well, why didn't you say so? Yes, I'd like to order a large pepperoni pizza for Pastor Robbie. I'll need your credit card.
Ow, brother. Hey friends, Pastor Robbie here, along with today's special co-host, Cole.
Hello.
And today, we're going to have some fun learning about faithfulness.
Faithfulness? What's that got to do with bricks?
Well, we are in the second week of our series called Sticks and Stones, and we're going to hear a couple of stories about Joshua's faithfulness. It just happened to involve stones, or bricks, if you will.
Oh, is this the story about Joshua and his army marching around the walls of Jericho 7 times, then blowing their trumpets and shouting, then the walls came tumbling down?
That's the one.
Never heard of it.
Ow, brother. This is one of the most famous stories in the Old Testament, where the Israelites had just spent 40 years in the desert and were now getting ready to enter the Promised Land. And as they approached Jericho, a commander of the army of the Lord told Joshua that the Lord was going to deliver Jericho into his hands. Joshua and his army were to quietly march around the walls of Jericho once a day for 6 days. And then on the 7th day, they were to march around it 7 times and blow their trumpet and shout, which is exactly what they did.
And then the walls came crashing down.
Exactly.
So what's this got to do with stones and faithfulness?
Well, the walls of Jericho were made out of sun-dried reddish mud bricks on a stone foundation. And while it seemed pretty solid, Joshua's faith in God was even more solid.
I guess.
You guess? Let me ask you, what do you think Joshua's army thought when he told them they were just going to march around Jericho and not fight them?
Yeah, that probably sounded kind of strange.
And then what do you think the people inside the walls of Jericho thought when they saw all these strange men walking around their wall every day and doing nothing?
Yeah, they probably laughed at them.
Have you ever had someone think you were strange or laugh at you because of your faith in God?
Yeah, sometimes people just don't understand.
Well, that's true today as it was back then, and hopefully this story can inspire us to trust and have faith in God in our lives today.
So what's the other story with Joshua?
Well, the other story is also about stones and God's faithfulness. Just before they came to Jericho, they had to cross the Jordan River.
It must have been a big bridge.
Well, there really was no bridge.
Oh, then they must have had a lot of boats.
Well, they didn't really have any boats either.
Then how did they get across?
Well, what they did is they trusted God and followed His directions. God had the priests lead the way to the river, and as soon as their feet touched the water, the river stopped flowing, and they all crossed on dry ground.
What in the world? It sounds just like when they crossed the Red Sea with Moses.
Well, it was real similar.
So what about the stones?
So when they all made it across, Joshua had 12 men, one from each tribe, carry a stone from the middle of the river and place it on the riverbank, and it became a memorial of standing stones.
Standing stones? Why would they do that?
Well, let's look at our verse found in Joshua 4, 6, and 7, where it says, "When your children ask in time to come, 'What do those stones mean to you?' then you shall tell them that the waters of the Jordan were cut off before the ark of the covenant of the Lord. When it passed over the Jordan, the waters of the Jordan were cut off. So these stones shall be to the people of Israel a memorial forever."
What in the world?
In other words, these stones would remind people for generations to come about God's faithfulness and how God guided the Israelites out of slavery, through the desert, across the river, and into the promised land.
Interesting. So you're saying whether it's standing or falling stones, like at the walls of Jericho, God is always faithful.
Exactly. Let me demonstrate this for you with a little object lesson I like to call the reverse double domino effect. And all we're going to need is 12 bricks like this.
Oh, one for each tribe.
Sure, that works. And all we're going to do is line them up like this, like a line of dominoes.
So what's so special about that? I've seen a lot more impressive domino setups than this.
Oh, trust me, child. If we have faith in God, He can do amazing things with something as simple as a line of bricks.
What in the world? How did that happen?
When we lay them all flat and then prop them up, they will fall one on top of each other with less than an inch to spare. And when the last brick falls, it's not propped up against another brick, so it falls flat, allowing the one before it to fall flat as well, creating a reverse domino effect for the rest of the bricks.
That was cool. Can we try it again?
Sure, go for it.
I guess that's what faith is all about, believing even when you're not sure what's going to happen.
Exactly. God's faithfulness is a beautiful thing. So, Cole, what did you learn today?
I learned that God was faithful to Joshua when crossing the Jordan and with the walls of Jericho.
Exactly.
And those standing stones are a good reminder that we can trust God to be faithful to us, even today.
Very good. Now, speaking of dominoes, where's that pizza you ordered earlier? Now I'm starving.
Oh, here you go.
Oh, excellent. Wait a minute. Hey,
What's the matter?
there's one piece left.
Ooh, well that's awful nice of you to offer. Don't mind if I do.
Hey, wait a minute. Can I at least get like a bottle of water or something? Oh, thanks. We'll see you around. It's time for our new segment called Resource of the Week. I recently learned that one of our fans is a mom named Liz Spenner, and she has a blog called Gracefully Woven. And even though it's geared primarily for women and mothers, I checked it out and it's pretty good. This blog is all about connecting through faith, experience, and support. And if you'd like a shot of encouragement, check out Gracefully Woven and drop Liz a note telling her you found it through Family Moments. You can find her at gracefullywoven.net. And if you happen to be a blogger or a podcaster and you'd like to possibly be featured on a future episode, just drop us an email and we'll be in touch. And we will see you